Hey, good evening from Fellowship of Christian Athletes. This is BJ Lauder. The two most powerful words on any campus in the world are Coach said. And we take that very seriously at Fellowship of Christian Athletes. So we hope that you enjoy this basketball virtual clinic. We have some area basketball coaches that are going to share their favorite drills and their favorite Bible verses. I hope you enjoy. Thank you and God bless.
First of all, I would like to thank BJ and the FCA for inviting me to do this virtual clinic with you. I know it's tough times, especially for coaches and players. The last couple of months have been tough because of the virus, but we have to do what we have to do. The summertime is usually the time teams get better, players improve individually, they get better. So it's a tough time right now, but we'll make it through. I've got two drills to help your team defensively and offensively. The first is called perfect possession. It's a defensive team drill that establishes discipline, toughness, mental, physical, teaches you to compete, and it brings unity to your team. You put 24 seconds on the clock. Perfect possession always ends with a defensive rebound or the 24 seconds expiring. Divide into two teams and make the teams equal so it's competitive. You start at half court. The offense can run whatever you tell them to run. Your offense, the team you're playing next game, whatever their offense is, you can freelance whatever you want. The defense has to be perfect for 24 seconds, according to your defensive philosophy. When there's a mistake made, bad help, no ball pressure, bad post defense, it's your call. Blow the whistle and start over at 24 seconds. If the offense shoots and you rebound with 10 seconds on the clock, because the offense is trying to score, you go back to half court and start at 10 seconds. If you didn't have a perfect possession for those 10 seconds, you put 24 back on the clock and you start over. You have to finish with a defensive rebound or 24 seconds expiring. If the offense scores, obviously you start over. If the offense gets an offensive rebound, you put 24 seconds back on the clock and you start over. There are ways during a possession that rewards the defense by taking seconds off the clock, and after the reward, you go back to half court and start over. The reward system is a charge. You take 5 seconds off. I'll give you an example. You're playing great defense for 10 seconds and the clock's at 14 and someone takes a charge. You take 5 seconds off the clock, 14 to 9, and you go back to half court and you start at 9 seconds. And you gotta have a perfect possession for 9 seconds. So a charge is worth 5 seconds off the clock. A steal is worth 4 seconds off the clock. If you're having a great possession and there's 14 seconds on the clock and someone has a steal, you take 4 seconds off. So you go back to 10 seconds on the clock, go back to half court, you start over. A deflection is 3 seconds off the clock. Example, you're playing great defense for 9 seconds on the shot clock of the 24, and all of a sudden somebody has a deflection, it's 9 seconds on the clock. You take 3 seconds off, take it to 6 seconds, go back to half court, and you have perfect possession for 6 seconds. So a charge is worth minus 5 seconds off the clock. A steal is minus 4 seconds off the clock. A deflection is minus 3 seconds off the clock. And you always go back to half court and start whatever time minus those seconds. Also, call fouls. Obviously, that's bad defense, so you go back to half court, start over for 24 seconds. When there finally is a perfect possession, Offense goes to defense, and defense goes to offense. My offensive drill is a dribble drive moves. Everybody's taking everyone off the dribble now. So this is a drill to help players improve their dribble moves. See if I can get this dry erase board here. And what we have here, you can do this at home too, in the backyard or in your driveway. It doesn't have to be a basketball court. Just to help your dribble moves. You put 2 chairs outside the 3-point line. And on the right side of the court, the ball starts in the right hand. On the left side of the court, the ball starts in the left hand. And the dribble moves you're working on are crossover, between the legs crossover, hesitation, in and out, behind the back, spin. And what we got here is, after the players come down and do those different moves at the chair, they go in and they lay the ball up. They get it back out and they go to the other side. Again, right hand in the right side, left hand on the left side. And you do the same moves at this chair. So you're doing the moves twice. Start at half court. You go to the chair. Make a move. Lay it in. Get it out. Go to this chair. Same hand. Make a move and go to half court. You finish. Then you go to the next move, same deal. Then you go to the other side. Start here, go to the chair, make a move, lay it up. Get it out quick. Go to that chair, make a move, sprint through half court, speed dribble through half court. After you do all those moves, again, hesitation, crossover, between the legs crossover, in and out, behind the back, spin, whatever dribble moves you want to work on. After attacking the basket, like I just showed you, you also can go to the chair and pull up and work on your mid-range jumper. So those are some things you can do off the dribble move. I want to end with a Bible verse that a friend sent me last week. The Bible verse is 1 John 3rd chapter, 15, 16 verses. Anyone who hates a brother or sister is a murderer, and you know that no murderer has eternal life residing in him. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. Let me read that again. 1 John 3rd chapter, 15, 16 verses. Anyone who hates a brother or sister is a murderer, and you know that no murderer has eternal life residing in him at all. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. At this time, it's probably appropriate Bible verse. Thank you for having me. And everyone, please, please stay safe.
Hi, my name is Lamont Jones, head basketball coach at Polk County High School. This is one of my favorite verses here, Mark chapter 6, verse 50. And it reads, as you can see, for they all saw him and were terrified. Immediately he spoke with them and said, have courage, it is I, don't be afraid. This is where I find comfort and peace in my life, and I tied in with basketball, because this gives me courage. The guy I put my faith in, he's in front of me, he's beside me, he's in me. Jesus Christ, the guy who can walk the water and calm the storms at the same time. And later today, I'm going to show you some things we do during this here post-quarantine session with our drills with my boys.
Here we do jump ropes, 45 seconds to 30 seconds, work on our speed. And then later you'll see us do some bag jumps where we also time those bag jumps in 30 seconds also. And here you see just one guy jumping because of social distance. We also use tires. There we do tire flips. This is a regular bus tire. Here we do tire flips, vertical hop over. We usually go half court to full court sometimes. A lot of times we just, the kids seem like they enjoy it. And here we're using tires as a farmer's carry, utilizing our hand grip and also shoulder strength. Ball skill, we work our mic and drill, probably like everybody else does. But, we got one guy working each basket. We do reverse micing also. Everything, we try to keep time on about 30 seconds and keep the ball moving. And here we're working on some ball skills. Also, we just do a simple spin out and power layup. We also do jump shots with this, bank shots with this, all kinds of variation. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hey, Coach Zach Wilkins here from North Henderson High School, girls basketball coach. Coach Lauder's putting together some films here for a little online clinic with coaches. And I was going to talk to you guys today just about a simple closeout drill that we do pretty much every day. With the defense we run a lot of zone and then some pack line man. And so unless you're guarding the ball, you're playing help side defense. So you got that much more space you got to close out on. And so we do this drill about every single day. So the basic drill we do is just a one-on-one closeout drill. So there'll be one player about the free throw line and the other player with the ball standing right underneath the basket right here. And a couple things you want to remember when you're closing out. Now we also add another couple players. We do a little 2-on-2 drill. It's hard to jump to the ball when you're doing one-on-one, but that's the first step when you're closing out is anticipate the pass, the next pass. So even if I'm one pass away, two passes away, as soon as the offensive player goes to make that motion like they're going to pass, you need to go ahead and start closing that space up right there. All right, a couple other things we want to remember, starting from our feet up. All right, we want to close that distance. We want to chop our feet once we get about 2 feet from the ball handler right there. So we're going to chop our feet, keep our hands high, and we want to make sure we close out at an angle, all right, to their shooting hand. All right, so I'll pass it right here. I'm going to close up this space, chop my feet right here. I want to make sure I close up at an angle. If I close up square right here, then he can beat me either way. He's got two options. All right, so I want to make sure I close at an angle with my hands high. All right, my knees are bent, my hips are low right here, so I'm in a good athletic position, but my hands are high right here, and I'm forcing him one way, all right, to his left right here, and then it just becomes a matter of beating him to the spot. All right, if he tries to go this way, boom, I can cut him off. I'm forcing him back this way, and then I've got to cut him off right there. All right, so again, just going through the drill full speed right here. All right, and again, we start off when we first do the drill, all right, we roll it to him and then give it a second or two, then go. But for right now, we're just going to give a little bounce pass. All right, boom, I'm going to close up steady, chop my feet, hands high right here. And then the way we run the drill, a lot of times to work on some offense, too. Now, our main focus is defense and closing out. But another thing we'll add, too, to work on offense, we'll say offense, you get one dribble. All right, so if they don't close up tight enough, offense can shoot it, or they can work on that first quick step, one dribble, and defense has got to react to it. I'm going to leave y'all with a verse, one of my favorite verses, Romans 8:28. And we know all good things work together for those that love God, for those that are called according to his purpose. I think that's a real reassuring verse, especially in everything that's going on right now in our world, to make sure that we understand and know that while we may not see it, but all things work together for good to those that love him and are called according to his purpose.
Hi, my name is Coach Featherstone. I'm the head men's basketball coach at Hendersonville High School, and today I'm going to demonstrate one of my favorite drills I like to do with my guys. It's called Carolina Fast Break. It is a drill that entails getting up and down the floor, as well as kids getting high volume shots and layups and jump shots. So I'll walk you guys through how we go through this drill every day, and we usually do it after we stretch. So the drill starts with player number 1 having the ball. 2 and 3 are beside him. On this end, players 4 and 5 will each have a basketball. And on this end, players 6 and 7 will have a basketball. The drill starts out with a 3-man weave between 1, 2, and 3. So if number 1 passes to number 2. 2 will pass to number 3. And every time we do it on the second pass, so 3 would receive the second pass, so 3 would be the guy shooting the layup on this end. So as 3 shoots a layup, 1 and 2 will get out on the wings and they will get a pass from 4 and 5, and those guys will take jump shots on the pass from 4 and 5. And so as number 3 shoots his layup, whoever shoots the layup retrieves their own shot and goes back the other direction in a 3-man weave with 4 and 5. So 3, 4, and 5 would go. So if 3 makes an initial pass to 4, 4 would pass to 5, 5 would shoot a layup on this end, and then 5 would get his rebound and go back in a 3-man weave with 6 and 7. After 6 and 7 have thrown passes to 3 and 4. So that is the way we would run that drill. And then when they got down to this end, 8 and 9 would come back with 5, and 5 would be one of the guys shooting the shot, jump shot. So whoever he throws the ball to, the other guy would take the first pass. Person would always shoot the jump shot with the person making that first pass. So that is how we would run our Carolina fast break, and we usually run this drill. Sometimes we run it for time. Another way you can entail this drill is you could possibly have a certain amount of shots that you want made that day. If you're wanting to work on volume of shots, you could say we need to make so many shots before we get out of this drill. So if you wanted to do it, I'd say maybe 100 shots had to be made. Another way I could do it is I could say we want to make 50 jump shots today out of this drill. So that way we're getting a work on whatever we want to specifically work on for that day. And so this is one of our favorite drills that we usually start out practice with every day. Now, the next thing I want to do, one of my favorite Bible verses is John 3:16, and it says, "For this is how God loved the world. He gave his one and only Son, so that everyone who believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life." God sent his Son into the world, not to judge the world, but to save the world through him. Thank you. I'm Coach Featherstone from Hendersonville High School. Thank you, Coach Lawler.
Hello, my name is Kieran Ward, girls varsity basketball coach at Hendersonville High School, and today I want to show you one of my favorite drills that we start out practice with every day. It's called Dribble React. It's a combination of being able to dribble through traffic and being able to get to certain spots on the floor and being able to make those shots. Here's the setup. So you take 4 cones, you start at half court, you line them up until you get to the 3-point line, actually 5 cones, excuse me. Then you have 2 cones at each elbow. You have 1 cone in the middle of the lane. Then you got 2 cones on the outside of the lane. The 2 cones that you have at the elbow, you dribble. Once you come off this last cone, you decide which way you want to go. Once you come off that last cone, you explode. If you go to the elbow, you pull up for a jump shot. When you explode off that last cone, that 5th cone, if you go straight down the lane, you shoot a floater. And if you go to either one of the cones that's near the block, you Euro step for a layup, okay? All right, so we have 6th grade basketball player going to Hendersonville Middle School, Jerron Ward, who will demonstrate the drill. Initially, when you dribble, you have to make a different move every time you go through the circuit. He's going to start off with the regular crossover at each dribble cone. Go. So he goes through just regular crossover. Come off that last cone hard. Euro step, sorry about the vision. This time he's going to dribble behind the back each time and pick a cone to shoot from. Go. Stay low. Floater. This time he'll be doing a through the leg crossover and then he'll pick a shot. Go. Stay low with your dribble. Shot. Now once you go through it a couple times, you can do a couple of the dribble moves each time, maybe 2 or 3 dribbles or 2 or 3 turns for each player, depending on how many you have. And then what you start to do is you get on your last part of the circuit, and this time you got to make a different dribble move at each cone, kind of create a combination for yourself, and just work on different ball handling moves at the same time, and then choose a shot. So that was pretty much dribble react. The kids get a little frustrated sometimes just with ball handling and not being as good as they want to be, but continuous practice and being able to get shots up at the same time actually helps. If you do this drill every day, helps with the ball handling. It helps to be able to come off and make decisions on the fly as you're dribbling based on where defenders are that are defending you. Again, that's called dribble react.
Okay, today, fellas, we're gonna be working on keel dribble. So what's so important with our keel dribble is our stance. We wanna have a great stance. Everything starts with a stance. And this is a great example of a great stance. I'm here, I'm aware, I'm engaged. The more you come up, the weaker your stance is. We always wanna start in a great stance. Okay, so with the keel dribble, we're gonna go all right hand. So everything's gonna start with a pound. 2 pounds. Pound. Everything starts with pound. So right now, great stance, you're gonna go pound, cross, and keel. Be really strong in your keel. We're gonna make sure that you control this ball. So we're going pound, cross, keel. Pound, cross, keel. Pound, cross, keel. You got 5 with your right hand. Make sure we control the ball. I don't care if you mess up, but control the ball. Here we go. On the whistle. Start with a great stance. Great job. With that keel dribble, it kind of hurts your hand a little bit. That's why we're doing it. For you to be able to adjust to that. Because the more you do it, the less it's gonna hurt. Okay? So now, we're gonna start off with a great stance. Left hand, we're gonna go pound, cross, and we're gonna kill it. Pound, cross, kill. Pound, cross, kill. Left hand. Be strong in your stance and be strong in your keel. Got it? Here we go, on the whistle. Good. Great job, fellas. Great job. For me, I've been coaching I just finished my 14th year of coaching, and I've lived by this Bible verse, and this Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, and it says, let's not be weary in well-doing, for in due time you will reap if you faint not. And what that means for me is, as a coach, to not worry about the wins and losses. What I want to do is continue to teach and get my players better, get me better, and the results will take care of themselves. Thank you.
That's it for our virtual basketball clinic. We hope that you got a lot out of it. On behalf of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, if we can ever do anything for you, just reach out for us. We're here to serve. Thank you and God bless.